What insights can you share that demonstrate you are an innovative thought leader?
I've seen in the past how I got into where I'm at right now is I started off in supply chain management on the procurement side, and always looked at, what's the best value for a company? How do you address best value when you're trying to not just look at how much does something cost? What are the delivery requirements? What are the supplier's technical capabilities? How is this going to positively or negatively affect operations? And then I got into risk management, and while I was in risk management, I kind of started going back to the early days of doing best value analysis and started thinking about, well, when you go to award a major contract or any contract of sorts and you do a best value analysis, in a sense you are doing a risk analysis from the standpoint of what is the least risk associated with each supplier that we would potentially award a contract to. And I'd seen some different models used on a best value analysis or a procurement analysis that they would identify risks, but they would never, say what is that long-term potential impact. They would just kind of rate them in the standard format of high, medium, and low, and have them off to the side. And when they're looking at it, say, oh, okay, well, we have high risks. Well, in risk management, there's something called probabilistic risk analysis, where you actually take the risks and the consequences associated with those risks, and you tie them into a program's budget, you tie them into a program schedule, and you run a Monte Carlo analysis once they've been integrated. And that helps you understand, okay, if I might have a bunch of low risks, but those low risks have a significant potential to delay my operations up to a month, a year, whatever it being. So the innovative part of it is saying, okay, yes, you've identified risks within a bid. Now how, from a supplier, how does that impact you long term? If you award a contract to supplier X, they've got 6 risks identified, but once you've integrated those risks into a program's cost and a program's budget, those risks might end up delaying a program 3 months on their deliveries, which could also translate into that project or that program losing out on award fees. There might be risks associated with having to do additional engineering work not previously captured within a program management budget. It could also wind up delaying other areas as well in the program. So the innovative part of it is to say, okay, you have a bid in front of a supplier. You identified risks within their cost and within their schedule, within their technical responses. Now, how does that not only impact the program immediately, how does it impact the program long term, and how does it impact the company long term? Because a lot of companies, their award fees are associated with meeting certain milestones. Well, that might impact specifically a program not meeting that milestone, but if there's an award fee associated, it not only impact the program's budget and their profitability, but also impacts the company's long-term bottom line dollar. And a lot of times within supply chain procurement, there's almost a narrow focus of just looking at the immediate, I have a $500,000 cost savings. Well, that cost savings may have a lot of risks associated with it, and those risks could compound into a $3 million loss to the company based on having to do additional engineering work, missing out on award fees, supplier not delivering, not meeting their technical capabilities. So it's really trying to figure out, how is this going to impact a program long term? How is it going to impact the company long term? And then really use that in terms of doing a best value analysis or a least risk averse procurement.
Logipi.